We are back. We are back.
Y'all come on in here. Come on
Hello,
in here for
everyone.
Conversations with Linda.
With Linda.
2023.
2020.
What?
Season 5.
Has it been that long?
Season 5.
Been that many?
Season 5.
And I think there was some other informal ones as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Official season 5. How about
Absolutely. Y'all come on in. Conversations.
Where's your head piece?
I know. Look, I took a church nap.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
I
supposed
lost
to have
that.
you got me looking like the
I know, but they can see my African attire.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, y'all come on.
Let's see. Hello, Holly
we
Cooper,
have-
F, Sean Woods, Ann Walker, Pat Robinson,
Hey,
Vanessa
y'all.
Wilkes in the house.
We have
In the house. Miss Vonda's on
Hey, Miss
YouTube.
Fun, all our Chit-Chatters.
Yeah.
No, it's
Jocelyn Matthews is here. Hey there, that's our choir member.
long time
And
no
New
see.
Life.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
Come on in. We need the folks from California, from Dallas. I hope they got the news that we were back. Everybody's been asking, when
When you coming back? Well, here it is.
We here.
Here it is.
We made it over.
We made it.
2023.
Made it out all right.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Y'all come on. We got much to talk about. We're going to have a live show this evening because, we just got to catch up.
Mhm.
We got to, just get warm.
We got a lot to catch up on. Keisha, hey, Keisha Rice Gilligan.
Yeah. So we just got a lot to talk about and a lot to see what they're thinking and all that. We just letting folk come on in. Who's coming in?
Let's see here. Victoria is here.
Hey, Victoria.
Linda Netters is here.
Hey, Linda.
Hey there.
Miss Laura Rockets on YouTube.
Hey, Miss Laura. Oh, she's on
Scintillating
YouTube.
Sense.
That's Lolita Lark.
Hey there, Sister Lolita. Scintillating Sense.
So we're here at our home.
Yeah. Instead of the nice studio.
Right.
Mhm.
We just warm things up, just
Absolutely.
keep going.
Absolutely.
So y'all come on in. We got a lot to talk about. What y'all been up to? Did y'all take a nap today? I had to come home and take a nap.
I was young, and I ain't usually tired.
Church was just.
It was church. Church was.
Well, it's really like that every
It
Sunday.
is.
But today I was like drained. I was weepy today though. I was really weepy today.
God is just so faithful.
Oh, don't start me now. Don't start me.
I thought we were gonna have to pick you and
Look, and
Sister
Bishop and
Lisa
I
gives
even
it up.
talked on the car
Mhm.
when we left eating.
Mhm.
We were talking about it, and I got weepy all over
again.
Yeah,
Mhm.
God is so good.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm. Yeah.
They said before I take it back, I'll add more to it. Come on, anybody showing up for Dallas or LA?
Let's see. Carrie Collins is here.
Hey, Carrie.
Sister Pat Robinson's here. Yes, Ella Diltz is here.
Okay. Hey,
Sister
Ella.
Vonda, we want to talk to you. Can she switch over to
Leave her in YouTube.
Leave her in
We need
YouTube
those
land.
views
Yeah, we
in
need YouTube.
land.
We got to get our YouTube people in.
So can we put the YouTube link in here so that you all can go? If you're not subscribed already, can you go ahead
We
and
need
subscribe?
you to subscribe. Look, I got to get my numbers up.
To the
I got to
YouTube
get
link.
serious about this.
Absolutely.
We've been playing with it,
Mm-hmm.
but we got to get real serious.
Oh, Lolita says she did not take a nap. She went to the Y.
What? And Lolita look cute today, girl. I saw you when you came up and gave your offering. I saw you.
Come on, let's talk about her going to the Y. You went to the Y. Maybe we should have learned from you.
Yeah.
Mm.
She got a new attitude. I'm telling you.
That's good. I did a little holy dance in my bedroom today. Holly. That's right. I saw your post. You weren't able to make it in person.
Who?
Today, Holly Cooper Epps.
Okay.
But she did.
Yeah. You stayed.
Mhm.
Praise it wherever you are. Praise it wherever you are.
Hey, Jalita.
Is that Joelle? Joelle Sharp. Jalita. That's a formal. That's a government name.
That's a fact. Okay, got it. Government.
That's a government name.
There is the link there in the chat, you all, to click that link. So that you can go and follow. It's not follow. Subscribe to the page on YouTube.
Miss Vonda said she didn't take the nap today.
She didn't take a nap. I had to. So, yeah.
It was a whole thing.
We still got our garb on. You're mighty sharp.
Oh, thank you so much.
You love this kind of stuff right here.
I like this right here.
Yeah.
I don't, I think I could wear it maybe a little more often, but I have to choose where. Because sometimes you just have to know, I'm not with that whole group that says just do what you you have to know context.
You have
in
to know
all
context.
Things.
Absolutely.
You have to know when it's
when
worth
you
the fight, when
right.
it's not worth the fight, all
Which
that kind of
circles
stuff.
you in. All
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
So,
Yeah.
but I like this. I may be wearing it, to let's see, bed.
It does have like nappish.
It worked. It worked for.
But I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
we have just here recently
mm-hmm.
a special day. That's right. You are Freddie's birthday. It's hey, go Freddie. It's your birthday. I called her. She was out to dinner.
Oh yeah, she was
out to dinner.
Wow.
And then I called her again, and she was out to dinner. And I said, I'm gonna come and pop up. You know what she said to me?
What?
Get out of my business. I said, sure. She said, how you gonna find out? I said, all right then, I'll leave you alone.
Was not fooling with us this year. And
the month not over.
I was seeing her on pictures, different places. I was like, oh, okay, she like on a bodysuit. I was like, man, you better step out, girl.
You know what I call them? What? Onesie. She had on a onesie.
That was a two-piece, y'all.
She had on a tucked in.
I'm like, all right, Freddie stepping out.
So yeah, y'all make sure to tell Freddie happy birthday. I see it. You good. Happy birthday, Freddie. We already know that Freddie. I hope that the Beyonce people did you right. Did they give you tickets? Or you waitlisted?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
But tomorrow, so you were waitlisted.
No, Nashville didn't release until tomorrow.
Oh, so you didn't go. You didn't go into that pool where it said wherever.
It wasn't a pool that said whatever.
Okay,
it was
got
three groups.
And I didn't understand all of that.
Is
that because Ticketmaster
Taylor Swift wrote Ticketmaster?
Okay,
and so the bots don't buy up all the tickets.
Correct.
Oh,
and resell them.
Absolutely.
For 3-4 times the price. You have to get a code.
Well, first of all, they need to take the monopoly away from Ticketmaster.
Well, it's other people,
but
certain venues.
But it starts with just Ticketmaster.
Certain venues automatically have contracts with Ticketmaster, so you have to sell. So even if I did a show at the Halloran or at the
they're
Orphan,
trying to deregulate.
Vivid Seats is a good one. They're buying, they're getting contracts.
But speaking of bots, there is like AI software now.
I'm in love with AI software
when tennis shoes come out, people have built AI software
they go buy a lot of
with the AI software to buy the shoes,
and then they resell
as soon as they come out, and then they resell.
Wow!
Because with technology can move much faster than a human can, and so I started to incorporate AI. I had to write a letter of support for a grant, and I typed in 3 sentences that described the project. And it wrote me in.
So you got to watch what they're saying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So you're acquainted with AI, right? I had to get acquainted with what all of that meant. It'll put you in the mind of the Jetsons.
That's exactly right.
Everything we're doing now puts you in the mind of
the virtual doctor.
Right.
Everybody's saying happy birthday to you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank y'all. Somebody said you sang today, Courtney. Thank you so much.
He did. Let me tell you, he did.
Happy birthday again, Freddie.
Thank you, guys.
So yeah, it's a lot out here. Now, the problem with all of this is when they start being us.
When the bots start being us. So yeah, it's a thing. It is what it is. This is the innovation. Years ago, the chess competition, they created an AI chess player, right?
Yeah.
The computer could play in chess. The winner of the national competition could not win against this bot.
Wow.
Because the computer can look at one move and because of its intelligence can calculate every possible move.
Like the girl on what was the movie? She was a chess player. The Gambit, Queen's Gambit. If you have not seen the Queen's Gambit, it's really good.
You stand by that.
I really do.
Now I'm like that with Connect 4. Do you play Connect 4? Now I'm the Connect 4 reigning champion.
Really?
Absolutely. Do you play Connect 4, Freddie?
Yes, I would love to beat you, Courtney.
Okay, got it. Is there a game here?
Okay, game on.
We got to Connect 4. We got to Connect 4.
Hey, y'all know
we can go to Cupcake Cutie.
We got one at the church, the really big one.
Oh, okay. Game on. Y'all gonna do that.
Or we could go to Cupcake Cutie downtown, black-owned cupcake place.
Okay.
And they have Connect Four games and stuff
Okay,
like
let's
that
patronize
inside.
Cupcake Cutie.
So we
But y'all,
can go.
we could make that a Chit-Chatter event.
Yes,
That's right.
I love
That's
it.
right.
Okay, you're invited.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get you the date time. We all go down to Cupcake Cutie, and we'll see the tournament between Freddie and Courtney.
Mm-hmm. Get your practice before then.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so what you got? So because you're keeping up with comments now.
I am. They said challenge. Who else in here? Felicia, are you saying that you are a good Connect Four player too? Felicia Sear is here.
Oh, hey, Felicia.
I feel like we need a nickname for you, Felicia.
What,
is it
Fee?
Leisha?
Can we call it Fee?
Fee.
Well, she may be too old for feet.
Leash.
Shay.
Felicia.
You know what I told her today? I told her, I said, look, we were celebrating Black
She
History.
said Fifi.
We were celebrating. Can you get me on? Because Courtney ain't telling me.
I'm telling you.
We were celebrating Black History today, right?
We were.
And so I was just joking with everybody. And our members of the lighter hue,
yes,
who really didn't have much melanin, I said, now those were Master's kids.
That's it.
And she and Ernest really could be sister and brother down back through the DNA. They don't know it because they both Master kids, because he would just have a slave.
Oh, absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
And
Ebony says she can beat you too.
I hear you, Ebony. Now
And Anthony Hibbler really colonized. He was the colonizer.
He was. He had his suit on.
Vanessa Wilkes, you don't have a nickname. Do you have a nickname, Vanessa?
Hey there, Miss Franklin.
Hey.
Low melanin, they say. Okay, Fifi, Design Time by Trina. Welcome back. I can play Connect Four.
Oh, that's Lolita.
And Sharetta, and I rule in spades.
Okay,
y'all taking this to another place now when you start bringing up spades.
I love it. We're gonna do it. We're going to air. We're gonna go down to Cupcake Cutie.
That's right.
But then we're gonna have a spades tournament. I love it. I'm here for
good.
it. I'm here for it. The weather is getting ready to get nice.
It is.
And we can just do it. Okay.
It's Pookie. Sister
Pookie.
Vanessa, that's your nickname.
Oh,
hey Pookie.
Hey Pookie. All right.
So let's talk about this.
Okay.
Because everybody's talking about singing. What's the lady's name who sang the Negro National Anthem?
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Cheryl Lee Ralph made history because she was the first person.
Do we have her picture?
To ever.
We gotta get her picture up.
Yeah, ever sing the Negro National Anthem on stage. She also won. Did she win some awards this year?
She did.
She did.
Won her first one.
Her first, Emmy?
I think.
Because she was passed up on a TV show. Was it Family Matters?
I think it was Family Matters.
She was passed up on Family Matters, but she talked about how she came back through and
she ended up on what's the movie?
Sister Act.
Sister Act. And on Sister Act, she told Lauryn Hill, singing doesn't pay bills.
Right. So we got this meme we want to show you all.
Right.
So that y'all can see it. Because in Sister Act,
she said singing does not pay bills.
Lauryn Hill wanted to be a singer.
Absolutely.
I can't remember her name in the movie. Y'all remember her name in the movie? I don't know. Hey, Tashana.
What was Lauryn Hill's name, y'all, in Sister Act?
Hey, Johnny
Rita Louise Watson. That was her name. Rita Louise Watson. So look at this, y'all.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this meme. Is that not
singing does not put food on the table, and she's down there on the field singing that song till victory is won.
Meanwhile, there was this big controversy, or a lot of talk. Let me say, I don't know if you could consider it controversy, because they found out that she lip synced in the Super Bowl.
Did she really lip sync?
Yeah.
But she recorded it previously.
I mean, she can sing. She's an original dreamer.
But I can imagine that you're so nervous, in that moment. I see anything wrong with you, but you're a singer. Is that like an insult? I mean, what is that?
It's like going to preach at the preacher conference.
Okay.
And borrowing somebody else's sermon.
But it was her voice. It was her voice. It was just pre-recorded.
Maybe it ain't that bad. I think, but that's a part of the whole experience. Is can you sing this live?
That's a part of it. Okay, I hear you.
Because that's one of those. you got asked to do this because you can handle it.
Hey, Kristen Isom.
You know.
So what do y'all think? Do y'all feel some kind of way because she
did she get off in
recorded?
her lip sync? How well did she lip sync? Because I didn't see it. I didn't
thought
get
it was
She
okay.
lip synced very well.
Okay.
But like Felicia said, she sung her acceptance speech at the award show as well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
We
so
know
we
she
knew,
can sing.
we
you know
know
she can sing. She
So
was Dina Jones in Dreamgirls.
Absolutely.
Right,
We know she
right.
can sing. She, you know.
She said they accused Bay of lip syncing at the
They say
inaugural.
B.
Oh,
Beyonce.
B. Oh, Beyonce.
Can we take that clip and make this clip go viral right here? This be babe. And she was finna ask us who is back.
She was.
I know, right?
But you're right. But listen,
But I think
you know what nerves are.
And if it's
She
your
did her
own,
thing fine with me.
And if it's your own voice, I just don't see an issue with it. Really.
Yeah.
Miss Mona said live is the key.
Yeah. Okay. Live shows your chops though.
But
It does.
You see what Felicia said?
What she said?
It's the folks with the auto tune that's the problem.
Right.
Yeah, but I wonder if we're so used to the auto-tune sound now that if we just go raw, will people appreciate it?
Are they auto tuning in gospel?
They're auto-tuning everywhere.
In
everything. We did so at the TED Talk Memphis. There was a Grammy-winning producer here in town who did his TED Talk, and he talked about auto-tune, and he took classic songs that were recorded before auto-tune, and he showed clips of them. He played the original and then auto-tune, and he talked about how auto-tune can correct pitch, but it can't add feeling.
Okay.
But it can take feeling away. So he did Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Okay.
And he did a few other types of songs. He also talked about how.
And there was a TED Talk Memphis, and you didn't even tell me.
I didn't know you loved. I didn't know you loved TED Talk like that. Now next year we gonna go because we gonna be in them.
Yeah, she gonna be. Y'all gonna be presenting.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So then he also talked about how the click track.
Maurice Cheers Boo said no one sings live anymore. It's called pre-production.
Yeah. Click track.
Oh, but Felicia saying Fee is saying you did it live today. And we were appreciating.
And I appreciate.
Are you gonna sing a hymn next Sunday?
I actually don't like click tracks.
Okay.
Because so the guy even did that. He talked about how at the beginning of a song, you may want it to be a little slower, but you may want to speed it up for intensity, right?
So I think some of that authentic, letting you be in the mood. Because, speaking of, I did this impromptu, spontaneous trip with Kelly to go to New Orleans to see KJ. Of course, it was Babyface concert and Anita Baker.
Right.
And it was amazing. And we had when I tell you we had a fun trip, it was, first of all, because it was so spontaneous. And then it was just good quality time. We all spent together because he rode back with us. He canceled his flight and rode back with us. So we had a lot of fun coming back.
Just let me say parenthetically, riding in the car on a trip with KJ.
Oh God,
there is not a dull moment. As much as I talk on the way to Nashville, I probably only got 10 minutes of talking in, and that was not 10 minutes in a block. That was 10 minutes over. But he will entertain you.
Absolutely. But he was a little more calm because he was tired. But we when I tell you we had a blast. But what I was gonna say was, in the intermission between Babyface and Anita Baker, he came and got us. We had great seats. I mean, everything. The shout out to Abby, the tour manager. She just treated us like royalty. It was just fun. But he came and got us, and I was really gonna come back to my seat. I just went to use restroom and all that. But then we saw Anita Baker, and so it was just a thing.
It just changed everything.
It changed everything. So we stood on the side of the stage. So we were just up close. And so I'm going somewhere with this. When we're talking about click tricks and all of that. That's the beauty of her singing, because she's just so into it, and she started letting people in the audience tell her what they wanted to hear, because everybody knows Anita Baker's songs, all the words. When Kelly and I went to see her in Nashville on her farewell tour,
Mm-hmm.
there was a point at which she stopped and said, "Y'all gonna have to let me sing."
Oh wow!
Because we were all singing. we was like,
and from what Kelly told me today, Chance the Rapper
mm-hmm.
purchased Anita Baker's masters,
Mm-hmm.
which she did not have.
She did not have
the rights to. She did not have ownership of her
absolutely
masters.
right.
But a part of his last deal
uh-huh.
was that he wanted those masters
mm-hmm.
and he gifted them
absolutely.
to Anita Baker, so now she can sing
all of her songs.
All of her songs.
Now she sung less
mm-hmm.
because she sung some of her songs a long time because she was just freestyling.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the songs went on a long time, and so there were some songs like "No One in the Word." She didn't even get to that,
mm-hmm.
but
mm-hmm.
she was letting people choose out of the audience. You know, she was like, "What do y'all want?"
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody was just taking over.
Right.
She was like, "Okay, what do y'all want?" Because they were just standing up singing, "Sing this, Anita," sing this. And so she was like, "Okay. What do y'all want to hear?" And that's really how she spent probably the last 30, 40 minutes
mm-hmm.
of the concert, just letting people tell.
And I think that's the art of live performance.
Yeah.
Is that you get and live anything, singing, speaking. Mm-hmm. You look at your room and then you pull from the atmosphere. You pull from
preaching
the
is
people.
really the same way. Really, is because you end up in preaching.
Hey, Ira Collins.
Hey, Ira, in preaching. There's so much that God gives to you in that moment that has nothing to do with what's on your paper, and it's this exchange with you and the audience. But anyway, that's another story.
So, Lord.
But let me tell you this. Let me say this. So, you all, Anita Baker, how old is she, Freddie? Do I fact check?
I'll find out.
But she was limping. I don't know if she's had an accident or
65.
She's 65,
she's
and
young.
I mean it was a very pronounced limp. Okay, so it wasn't like
it didn't go away when she got on stage.
And at first she was carrying the microphone back and forth over the stage, but then eventually she put, and when I say the microphone stand, so that was kind of shielded a little bit, but eventually she put it down and you just saw her limp, right? But what I loved about it, you all, is she still gave it her all, and it didn't matter to the audience. It wasn't a distraction. You know, at one point she was saying, "Y'all, I'm getting old. I cannot do all of this." But because everybody loves her songs. Now, here's the contrast of that. She hasn't always been loved.
That's right.
Right? She had a fan base, but I can remember when she first came out and critics were so harsh, they would say things like, you couldn't understand her words, right? And she was bringing that jazz flair when jazz was not the in thing for the culture. And so they were criticizing her. And so a lot of her music it had to have its second run. Now, not even with you all, I'm talking about with my generation, a second run for people to say, "Oh, wait a minute, who was Anita Baker?" She was always out there.
Wow.
And she wasn't always treated well by male entertainers. All right.
Wow.
So I just really hats off to you, Anita Baker.
But again, her entertainment, her ability to capture the audience, be in the moment, and sing, that'll always have you in an engagement. Yeah. That would always have. So, boo, if you still here, you know I do not like click tracks.
But she and Babyface were a good pair. That was,
that's good.
Of course, we knew all of his songs. And even though I went to his concert when he came to South Haven, now he's got a new look. The guys are wearing, guys are wearing the KJ and them all had
the razzle dazzle. Yeah.
He had on a different kind of blazer because he usually goes black. But yeah, we were singing all his songs.
And he just had so many hits that he's produced,
that he's written.
And
he can sing anything.
Right. And I love the fact that in his concert, he sings the songs that he produced, even though he didn't sing them. But he's a Tony Braxton.
And he was at the Super Bowl. He played his guitar.
He did. And then he looked cute with
what did he play?
And that was
a beautiful America the Beautiful.
America the Beautiful. And he stayed safe. He didn't go too far.
Oh, but speaking of that, singing at that Super Bowl.
Baby, somebody give me my gatekeeper right
Did now. Not our hearts burn?
Didn't he bless
with, what's his name?
Chris
Stapleton.
I didn't know if it could get better than Tennessee whiskey.
Oh, Now you know that's my jam.
I know.
Okay.
I like Tennessee whiskey. That Ashley Mack can sing some Tennessee whiskey.
Really?
Charisse can sing Tennessee whiskey. Man.
Well, he sang that song like he churched that.
He did.
That's why that man was over there crying.
I know the players were crying. Everybody was crying. Hey, Reginald Smith. Hey, Jackie Burton.
Lisa
Cheryl
Claiborne
Howard.
said that Anita Baker's dress was too long.
It was, and she had on her slides, girl. But nobody.
She was
cared.
trying to cover up the slides.
Nobody cared.
Mm.
I don't think she was trying to cover up. I just don't think they even thought about hemming it up.
Victoria said she loves how Babyface gives KJ the spotlight.
Oh, listen,
and that's on stage.
Yeah,
and that's amazing. The things that KJ just got favor.
Listen, that's
KJ
a God
just got
thing.
favor.
That is
KJ
a God thing. And you know what? The blessing of it is KJ being with someone that's mature.
Mm-hmm.
That it's you know, as a mom.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting him to be somewhere where I would with someone I knew he was
right.
safe with,
That's
that
right.
it wasn't gonna be wilding out
That's
and all
right.
that.
That's
know.
right. Safe and a mom.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I'm going now to. Can you imagine how Tyree Nichols' mom feels? Her son was the people who were supposed to protect you.
Right.
Are the very people.
Right.
Who took her son's life.
And so I know if anyone's watching, because I know we have viewers sometimes who are watching from different places in the country or what have you. And so you all know the Tyree Nichols story. It happened here in Memphis and, police brutality, abuse, all of that. And of course, that young man lost his life. And I can't not imagine to lose a child, but to lose a child that way with so many people beating on your child,
and to be able to watch it
and to see it and it happened in such close proximity
to his house,
to your home.
Absolutely.
Everything changes. I don't even know if I can live there anymore.
She said my son was just however many feet away.
Yeah, and I couldn't
I couldn't hear him call my. I couldn't hear my son.
I cannot.
That was something.
I don't even think she's fully watched the video yet.
I have not.
But
I'm not watching the video.
But here's what I want to know, you all. The police officers who were arrested have pled
not guilty.
Not guilty. What? Help me understand that.
So part of me wanted them to plead not guilty.
Really?
So that we can just go to court and maybe I don't think we'll ever get a why. But they may give a little more detail.
No, a little more detail.
But we know they're going to prison. I mean, that it's too much national spotlight at this point. You're going to prison.
Oh, I don't know. I just don't understand that. But like you said, I guess they're fighting for their lives now. Yeah,
it's crazy.
I don't know. So, but God bless her and their family and all for what they have to. And no amount of money that you get in settlements, nothing will take that kind of pain away.
And she's not able to grieve fully because she's in a national spotlight. She's in Washington.
She was at the State of the Union.
Yeah, I mean, so
it's nice to be invited
but
to
not
the White
for that
House,
reason.
but not for that
reason.
Exactly. Because I want to be here for that.
But yeah, so that's a journey for them, and we'll keep them in our prayers. But can I go back? I'm gonna jump back. I know we got to a deep subject.
Because y'all didn't talk about Rihanna.
Okay, but I ain't got to her yet. But can I go back to? I know Kelly's probably not watching, but I got to go back to our going to the concert.
Yes,
because Kelly does not dance,
but she danced. She danced.
Let me tell you something. Kelly danced and didn't care. I got her on a few videos, and I got her probably at her most calm time. But she loved it. So that's another thing that made it fun for me is watching her have so much fun. And yeah, she's coming into her own.
That's good. I love it.
Mama and KJ, we have always been dancers. And she and Bishop, they running neck and neck. But yeah, she's coming to her own. Let's jump back to the Super Bowl.
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
I had to make sure.
Now you sounded like me.
Babe.
Oh, babe.
Rihanna, fully pregnant. And she did the show. and she's a
She was
billionaire.
the first pregnant woman to ever do the Super Bowl.
Somebody
so
said,
did they know she was pregnant?
Now, ain't no way they did not know she was pregnant, Pastor Lily.
Maybe she
probably signed a deal before she was
But what was the
pregnant.
problem? Should they have said no?
No, I'm not saying it for that reason.
But
I'm just
I don't
wondering.
think they knew. Because she's
What's her husband name?
It's not her husband.
Her boyfriend.
A$AP Rocky.
Somebody said he's the first man to get a billionaire pregnant. Well, 8 times. How many children they got?
one in the oven.
And one in the oven. He's the first man to get a billionaire pregnant, a black billionaire pregnant. So it's so funny.
I heard she wants to have a lot of kids.
And she advertised her business during the Super Bowl performance. I was like, girl, get your coin.
Which was what was her
She has
business?
a makeup line.
That's good.
That's why she's a billionaire.
Because of the makeup.
Makeup, awesome. Lingerie. That's why she's.
And I don't even know about it. I know it's Fenty or something.
The lipsticks are nice. You would like.
Okay. So what did y'all think about the show? Because I was wondering why. I figured out the belly part. Mm-hmm. It was just, and I thought that was cute. You know, I didn't have.
But you look now. When I'm pregnant, they suspended me in the sky.
No, but she was really staying on the safe side of her dancing and
but
all
she's
of that.
Not a dancer.
She's not a dancer. Mm-hmm. Should they have had somebody with her? I like Super Bowls when they have different people.
I was really surprised she didn't because she had so many features that I was expecting her
Felicia said that her makeup sales increased by 834% after her show.
Wow.
But this was the most
and she got more views on her performance than the whole Super Bowl got.
Really?
And it's the most watched halftime performance of all time.
Well, Rihanna won't release new music. She said she's not giving us an album. So her fans were like, oh, Rihanna's singing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, Juanita Dillard. Well, I would have liked to have seen more performers on stage.
Look at what Miss Lisa said.
I liked it. Chandler said it was geriatric.
That's because she wasn't naked.
Well, yeah. And they said that was a tribute to, what's the designer name that passed away?
Mm-hmm. I know who you're talking about.
What's
the black guy.
Yeah, what's the designer name that passed away? I think he passed, last year before?
He was Louis Vuitton.
The black guy. Oh, gosh.
He did what now?
He wore the big, elaborate
coat
and all that.
Yeah, I saw that. The big red coat was a...
Felicia said...
Was it Andre?
Andre.
Was a tribute
so
to him.
that whole bubble, because he would wear these big bubble coat. Her bubble coat was, a nod to him.
Sister Pat said that's her makeup. She loves the makeup.
And Felicia said her Savage Fenty lingerie is fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right, baby. I gotta go look at that.
Leon Talley, somebody
that's
said
his
maybe.
name. Andre Leon.
Andre Leon Talley. Right. Oh, that's my mom, Gwen Willis.
Hey there.
And how Nanny know his name and we over here struggling? Nanny.
Okay, so we off Rihanna. So y'all were cool with Rihanna?
I'm good with Ree.
Okay, y'all.
Now, I missed the Super Bowl because I went to Black Love Live.
I wonder why Cody put that event on there.
At the Orpheum.
How was it?
And it was great.
Joshua Buck got engaged.
There were great numbers. Jay Buck, wonderful performer. Joshua Buck.
Sorry.
He did a performance and wanted his girlfriend to come out and bring a picture that he wanted. And on the picture, it was "Will you marry me?"
Oh,
so he proposed there.
But now let me tell you something. That Super Bowl was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
I was sleeping in and out.
It was.
It was a good game.
Last call, I'm still.
I think that's the best Super Bowl, gosh, in a long time. I don't even know when we've seen one that Nick and Nick kind of playing. It was really, really good.
And who ended up winning?
Courtney.
Kansas City Chiefs, didn't it?
Okay. Now they always win.
Courtney.
Okay, Courtney, you worse than me. You worse than me. Okay. So, we got to go to this.
But do they always win? You notice they shut me up, but they can't answer this question.
No, they do not always win. But Patrick Mahomes has won a Super Bowl.
Right.
So this is his
Something
second
like
one.
that.
And listen, we were talking about, it was so much news about the mother who had the two sons on the team.
And she handled that well.
She did beautifully. But there was a black man that had two grandsons on the same team. Pull it up.
Wow.
It was 13 people from the South that were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I don't know why they weren't talking about him. He had two grandsons on the same team. So while she's looking at that, did you all know, how many of you are Law and Order watchers?
Courtney, what do you do?
You know, I don't watch much TV.
TBN.
No, it ain't like it used to be. You know, since Jan and Paul got out of here, it's real political now. It ain't about the Lord. Right,
well, on Law and Order, Richard Belzer, who was John Munch on Law and Order, passed away. Y'all know him, the cool guy with the glasses, thin white guy. If you're a Law and Order watcher, which I am, and I love
Sharetta says she is faithful, and Adia says she's the
number
one
and I love SVU.
fan.
Oh my God! And Kelly watches it all. She can just 24/7 watch it.
Courtney looking like next topic, please.
I gotta get Courtney together, y'all.
Only one I didn't sleep on.
Okay,
Danielle is a fan.
Yeah,
of it. So he died today.
Yeah, well, they announced it today. I don't know when he went to glory.
But yeah, I mean, he's been on there forever, since it probably first started.
That's why Law and Order is old.
It is, but it's still good. Now I don't like that new one with what's the guy's name, y'all? What's the guy? They took Olivia's partner and made a whole new Law and Order around
Stabler.
Is he on drugs or something on the show?
He is undercover and doing. Did you just walk through there?
And I ain't gonna even tell you what he was doing when he walked through.
What?
Yeah, it's the co-host.
excuse us. Okay.
Here y'all go.
Yeah. Y'all remember him?
Did you know him?
But Stabler is wild. He's just stressing me out. I can't watch.
I don't like that one. I don't like that. See, I liked him on the other SVU. All right. Okay, listen. We've also had Valentine's Day.
We did have Valentine's Day.
Now I gotta give you a shout out.
I want you to present this how you presented it at church. I still haven't gone back to watch the video yet.
So this lady comes over to me and she says, Pastor Linda, I just want to thank you and Bishop for having that young man, she pointed to you, Pastor Courtney, to teach, because we were going to be out on Valentine's Day night, and to allow him to teach. She said, I was so blessed.
Wow.
She said, you know, I was really down about being single and all of that. And she said, the information he presented that night changed my whole perspective. Wow. And she said, listen to this. She said, I was single and hopeless. And after he finished, I was single and hopeful. She said, now I'm going to come to church single and cute every Sunday. I said, all right.
Wow.
How old was she?
See.
But they were single. Both of them single.
Who?
Her and Courtney.
Oh, no, she's too old for Courtney.
Yeah.
But you were anointed for that night.
Praise the Lord.
Because she said, I'm coming single and cute. So shout out.
We talk about sometimes you can, depending on where you are in your single journey, if you are shut off, there's a shut off look. You can look shut off. You can look like.
Okay, wait a minute. I got to ask y'all. For those of you who are single, do you have the shut off look?
And so you can look shut off. But here's the other piece, how I talked about it. You also see whether a married person, it has the shut off look too. Because sometimes your mama
said good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
Sometimes there are married people who ain't shut off.
And need to be shut off. They looking too open.
Absolutely. So in the room with single folk, we were able to be real about that. When somebody who. So those
of you who are single, do you look single and closed for business?
Or single and open?
Or single and open?
Are you open for what?
Is your look a look of I'm open to a new relationship? Is it Jolita says something, sometimes I think I do.
Our caller said, I pray I don't have the shut off look.
And I think you need to ask yourself that, because maybe that's why you're not being approached. Now, them son of a guns, they gonna just approach you anyway, because they don't care. I tell Kelly all the time, what is common about a thief is gonna turn the knob every time, just to see, because it just might be open. But I'm talking about for people. Fred, is our camera going down? It looks like it's going down.
Well, Bishop touched.
Okay. I feel like I'm down up under here.
Sorry, guys.
So I asked. So I asked, are you? So here were the stages: single and settled, single and mingling, single and hopeful, single and hopeless, single and don't want to think about it, single and satisfied.
Wait a minute, who is this? Your Shelby County? It's making me think about my look now.
Who we?
Miss Holly Cooper F said, people tell me I look like I'm married.
Really? What's about you, Holly?
What does marriage look like?
What's about you making them think? And are we looking crooked now?
Look, y'all. We just back. We rusty.
Yeah, we rusty, y'all.
Bear with us.
But what? I don't think it's go. Don't take them down too far because I feel like I'm down here.
Jesus.
Okay, Holly Cooper Epps, what about you is looking married? What do you think they see when they say you're looking married?
Sheena M.
Tamara said, what is the look?
Miss Pat said, I think I'm single and partially open. Why is that? Why are you partially open?
And that's what we spent time just reflecting. So we spent time with them asking themselves, what is your primary thought? Are you open or are you anxious? Because sometimes you don't even know you have a look, but based off of where you've positioned yourself in your mind, it dictates your body language.
And it really is body language, y'all. Your body language gives off an aura. It gives off an aura. So are you close? Do you smile? Do you know a smile is infectious? I mean, it draws people to you. Sometimes I have a smile ministry. It's just, I'm not going to go through the store telling everybody about Jesus, but I give people a smile to feel, so they can feel some warmth in this mean, cold world.
Bridget,
you said Courtney had just one. Y'all make sure his head in the frame.
You throwing shade. Irma Foster said, I try to look open every time I leave home.
Yeah, do you smile? Are your arms always this folded? All of that is closed body language.
And what do you do when somebody
do you even give eye contact?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When somebody comes through that's a single person, do you run away?
Yeah.
Do you retreat?
Right.
Are you scared?
Yeah, and are you mad? Mad about the last relationship?
One lady said, I ain't married and I ain't ever wanted to be married. So she never. So I brought up the word deal breaker. She said marriage was a deal breaker for me. She said.
Now you do know somebody I can't remember who or did you tell me? Somebody said this deal breaker stuff is
it's a new term.
Because we wasn't in deal breaker.
I had to explain deal breaker
to people like me that's been married, because we didn't have deal breakers.
It's the same thing. It's like when you had a list back in the day.
No, we didn't.
Y'all didn't have lists. Oh, y'all just settled.
See, it wasn't about settling. It was about the heart. But you didn't have deal breakers because you were in marriage for life to death.
I got deal breakers.
You got deal breakers. Okay.
2 kids or more.
Sheena says being single is hard these days. Okay.
Tamara asked for a class on looks.
Sheena, what did you do? What did you do on Valentine's Day?
But I got to give y'all this because we're talking about Valentine's Day. So I saw this, and this was on Michael Baisden's. You know who Michael Baisden is?
I do know.
Okay, but this was on his Facebook post. He said, "What is it like being single on Valentine's Day?" So this I didn't even know until I looked back at the name. This is one of our members, and I'm surprised she's not on here tonight because she's one of our Chit-Chatters. She said, I cry, snarl, and howl at the moon because I miss having a significant other for about 2 minutes. Laughing face. 2 minutes. Then I remember these things. I don't have to argue with anyone over the thermostat. I know my leftovers are still in the fridge. I know exactly what the featured film will be for the movie night. While I'm open to sharing my life with Mr. Right, I'm loving Miss Right now. And that's me. So she's one of our Chit-Chatters. If you're out here, girl, you need to say something.
Miss Vonna said, what's a deal breaker? So Courtney, can you explain that?
A deal breaker are those things
those of us have been married a long time.
Yeah, deal breaker are those things that you just will not put up with in a marriage. So
that will break the marriage.
That will break the relationship or whatever the case, or the potential or whatever.
They said it's too much piss in the day pool. Piss.
Well, who pissed it? Is my question.
And I want to know if you all are open to dating people outside of your what you feel is your range. Maybe you're looking in the wrong spaces, places, circles.
Mm-hmm. I also think we're looking over people.
That's what I'm talking about.
There was a single man that was at that Bible study on Tuesday night, and I guarantee you, none of them people in that room ever looked at that man.
And you know where I am. Okay, maybe you all don't know, but Courtney knows. Here's where I am. If you meet a good man, a nice man, we don't even have to get to good, because let somebody else find out what, to that degree. And you don't want him.
Who is Brandon?
I want you to give me his name, and then I'm going to introduce him
to somebody else.
That's right. Let's stop throwing these good men away just because he don't do it for us. You don't do it for you.
And then don't when you date him and you the one at the church, that don't mean that he can't date somebody else at church. Right. You don't want him, so don't cut him off from everybody else or her.
I'm telling you now, the men are saying the same thing.
Mama said nice man, All right.
Miss Sheila, I did think about you. He was a little younger, but I got somebody else I really want. Okay, I'll talk to you.
So there's a group on Facebook called Are We Dating the Same Guy, Memphis?
Well, Memphis is kind of small.
And so women post, pictures of guys that they're dating, and people give them feedback.
Wait a minute, who is Charles Baker?
They tags him still.
All right, Charles Baker, you better come on in here.
But I think that's cool, because you
look at it.
You got to give
Charles Baker. Tell us about yourself. But what I'm trying to say is, ladies, the men are feeling some kind of way too, because
they think it's cool and deep peeing it out.
Because they're saying the women are just as bad as they say the men are. Yeah. The men are saying the women are too demanding. Come on, Mr. Charles Baker, how old are you, sir? We got you right here. We can make something happen. Yeah, wait a minute. Are you single? But we got 10 minutes to make something happen right here. Separated. You separated? Okay, we need you to decide what you're going to do about that, though. We're not going to interfere in anything.
Bring that to dissolution.
That has to come to some
He 42
decision. All right, we 42. Okay. But we need you to make a decision about that. We don't want to create any more problems for you or anybody else. But I really appreciate you just even sharing, your name and saying, you're there. So you're not single yet, Charles. You are separated. Separated does not mean single.
Still married.
Okay, separated, still married. Okay, but listen, the men are saying that the women are treacherous out here. That they got as much play in them. That they are demanding, and in relationships where the relationship hasn't even gotten
developed.
That you're telling me all of these demands that you have on me, and this is what I heard somebody say. I won't, who will remain nameless, said,
it was me.
And they said women want men as soon as they meet them to be their do boy. Come do this, come do this in my, fixing stuff. And he's saying, wait a minute, we just met, and you seeing me as your handyman. Women, we got to rethink some of this stuff too. Now I'm challenging you all for 2023. We got to rethink our perspective. I think we kind of went off the page in the early 2000s. We became bosses, and I'm good with that. I'm down with you for doing what you got to do. But now I need you to reel some of that back in, because you are, if you're not going to step to the table with those same, that same effort, if you want him to show on the front end that kind of effort, now you're going to have to come with it. What say you?
And what does that effort look like on a woman's part?
I'm just saying, if we're at the place where I'm demanding things from you, then I got to be receptive to you demanding things from me. But see, we want, from what I'm hearing, we're wanting the man to step up, show me all of this stuff. Well, he's saying, well, wait a minute.
I think,
Someone asks, are they demands or are they expectations?
It depends on what you make them feel like.
Absolutely.
They could be the same, but depends on how much.
And it depends on where you are in the relationship. You cannot have the expectations of a husband and you just met him 2 weeks ago, right? That even got a wave over there from Bishop. Because then he's gonna have some expectations of you.
Absolutely.
Right. So I just want y'all to think about it. Charles Baker said, "What's your definition of separation?"
They
handled
it in the chat. They
Yeah,
said,
y'all
you are
chat.
not, you are not divorced. Now y'all hop up off of him.
Right. He's on here. He got.
That's
equal,
one of them right there. That's one of the
say,
things right there.
Right.
See how they just jumping right on him. That's what, for real. That's one of them. Women stay jumping up, but I think that's because one of the reasons why is because that also protects the women from having to be vulnerable with jumping on men.
Yeah, that's
as
not cool.
Fiercely like that.
Yeah, don't be fierce. But so Charles, but I respect your question and what
now,
I
who
am
is
saying.
Brittany? There's two people I want to know about on here.
But Charles, let me respect Charles. I respect your question, and separated means you are still married. You all may be working to dissolve the relationship, but it is not legally dissolved yet.
Correct.
Right? And so you need to legally handle that because you're not single in the eyes of the law. Neither are you single in the eyes of God until you dissolve that. And I'm not trying to push you to dissolve because maybe y'all are reconciled, but legally and spiritually.
And would you trust a woman later on that you get with right now? Would you trust and value her as the relationship gets more serious?
Yeah. But even if you did, legally and spiritually, until you dissolve that marriage legally, you're still married. All right.
It's something else out here. What's up, Jasmine Newsom?
So, hey, Deborah, that's my bestie. Brandy Smith, great explanation. Thank you. So I think we need to rethink, ladies, for 2023. So I'm not saying not have expectations. I'm not suggesting that you don't have standards. Those are different. But relationship, sir, I am in the middle of my show. Right. Relationships have to evolve. They have to grow. And if you meet a man, first, don't meet him telling him about what all went wrong in your last relationships. That's too much. You are already saying, flee, get away. I know you had that experience. But can we just start getting to know one another? All right. And then now you can't okay. I know we don't even have time to cover all this. Child, we got to do a whole live show on this because you can't jump into bed with him as soon as you meet him either, because now there's no room to grow because we have prematurely gone somewhere in this relationship that we can't come back from. Right. And now I have no leverage to have any expectations for you to meet because I gave you what the reward or whatever. But anyway, that's for a whole nother show. Okay.
Yeah. Did y'all hear that?
So yeah, we gotta rethink this because people are deciding to just remain single. Not just the women. Men are saying, I'm just gonna stay where I am. And I don't want to see that. Y'all know I'm so pro-marriage. I think marriage is a beautiful thing. God didn't make anything that was ugly. So I think marriage is a beautiful thing. And if you choose to be single, fine. But I don't want you to choose to be single from a bitter place, from a hopeless place. I want you to choose to be single because there are people that God has given them the gift of singleness. But if that's not your gift, then you need to go ahead and open your heart and your soul's mind, all of that, to relationship. That's just my thing. Okay, now I'm preaching. What else?
Speaking of dating and relationships, y'all, Laura Harvey go with somebody else already.
So
who she go with now?
But what's wrong with her dating? Are we mad at Laura? Are we mad at Laura Harvey? Lori
Harvey is dating Damson Idris.
Is he in any relations to Idris Elba?
No, he is from over there though.
Is he good looking?
Fine.
But I wonder if
you go, girl.
I just wonder. I don't know. This is just a question. I wonder if she is being used at this point.
They said she makes them sign non-disclosure. I think she's dating, but we're not used to women dating openly.
Yeah, what's wrong with her dating? I mean, she's not married, what can she date and
she's young.
Something not work out and she dates the next person?
Absolutely.
She's just dating public.
I think we got to look at that whole public, because what men don't do a whole lot of anyway is going around publicly dating. Now, if it's a no good man who goes public, it's because the woman done pressured him into going public. Well, but I hope that I hope that this does not turn to her being just used by some of these guys to have some good looking eye candy. Sounds like she's using them. Could be. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
She ain't dating any nobodies.
Okay, now
but those are her circles. She don't spend time in nobody's circles.
Listen, I got to tell you all about my new book. It's a gratitude journal.
Come on here. All right then. Come on, publisher.
And so it is all about, I need you. So this can be a good 2023. I need you to practice gratitude. Not be grateful every now and then or when something major happens. If you practice gratitude, more things will come into your life for you to be grateful for. And really, it's that they've been coming in all along. You just have not noticed them. And so I practice gratitude. And so in here, it's a journal, but it's a journal that prompts you. Today, I'm grateful for. It's a little message in here to you from me first about gratitude. And then you're going to say, today I'm grateful for, today I'm praying for, tomorrow I look forward to. All right? Because when you're grateful, over time, what happens is you begin to see God do. It's that I can't start on all this, but I promise you it's great. It's $10. You can order it on LindaWillisEmpowers.com.org. I'm sorry, .org.
The link is in the comments.
The link is in the comments.
That is awesome.
And then it has these gratitude quotes. I'm telling you, it will change your life. It changes your perspective. Is why I say it changes your life, because it changes your perspective. All right. There are a lot of good things happening in your life, but often you don't notice them because you don't practice gratitude.
I heard somebody say that gratitude makes what you have enough.
Oh yes, and when you operate in enough, you operate really in abundance. You really feel like, oh, I got everything I need, right? So I just want to tell y'all that. Please go.
This is great.
Deborah says she'll gift a few to a few friends. I love it. Thank you for your support. And I think it would make a great little, just $10. And
it's 40 days.
It's 40 days because sometimes when we get journals and things like that, it just, most of us don't do 365 days. I got incomplete journals. So I did for 40 days, you can practice gratitude. And then you get another journal and start all over again. But what you will begin to see, because I'm telling you, I'm a living witness, is that you will begin to see, I go back and I record the day that God answered prayers. I got weepy today in church because God, I can't even talk about it. God did something this week that I wrote in my journal last year, January. I was in a hard place about something. And I was really saying, God, I'm done with this particular thing. And he told me not to be done. And I obeyed despite how I was feeling. I obeyed. I surrendered myself and said, Lord, if you say keep praying for this and don't stop, because I was at the point of saying, oh, I'm not praying about this anymore. This is done. But he said, you keep praying. You keep this before me. And I'm telling you, I experienced it. And I was weepy all through church because I just saw the
Alicia just ordered hers.
Oh, awesome. And so, I love it, Reggie. He said, perfect for Lent. Perfect for Lent.
You want to be the first?
40 days of Lent. This is so good. And Lent starts next Wednesday. Is it this Wednesday? Is it this Wednesday?
No, I have to give up something.
You got to give up something.
When does Lent start?
Isn't it this Wednesday?
Let's see.
I promise you.
That's it.
It starts the 22nd.
So y'all,
April 6th. That's perfect.
This is perfect. And listen, we'll have these at the church.
Wednesday, 26th.
If you order now, we can go on.
We can ship it to you tomorrow.
Ship it to you tomorrow. but this will be a great, thank you, Reggie. Thank you so much. We got to put you on staff. Hey, Taz. Okay.
Look here, I'm trying to.
Before we go, I got to say, before we go, you got an award Friday night.
Yep.
NAACP. Come on.
University of Memphis chapter, NAACP. I received the Young Alumni Freedom Award.
Wow.
At the University.
Wow. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
I was mad at you, but we're proud of you. I was mad because
he didn't tell us anything.
Nothing.
I was just scrolling. I was like, is Courtney holding something?
You know, so in real life, it's so much happening.
But you gotta include us.
And I am. That's right. And so I just got to get over that because I don't want it to feel like every time you turn around, it's this, that, and the other. But as you said, we're family. This is what it is.
And so even when we cannot be there, we're still wanting to congratulate you and celebrate what God is doing in your life. And we know that a lot of things are happening, and that's a good thing. So yeah, don't leave us out anymore.
I shall not.
Okay, Juanita Diller said congratulations. Everybody.
Sheena said she's gonna buy 3 books.
Yes, thank you all. Listen, Reggie, thank you for that wonderful idea. 40 days. You can do this, and I'm telling you, you're gonna see things differently, and you're gonna see God answer.
Y'all doing like me and getting y'all's right now.
Victoria got hers.
Yes. Give them to our young people, because our young people don't know. Sometimes they feel like life is just sour and life is just hopeless. But when they practice, and every day you can say something different. And there's a scripture in each category, but every day you can thank God for something. Some days it's going to be just, Lord, I thank you that I made it through the day.
That's right.
Or, Lord, I thank you that, I got, somebody paid for my cup of coffee. But it's just practicing being grateful.
And it's small, so you don't have to feel like you have to write a whole
You don't have to write a whole lot. Just jot. And then put that prayer request there, what you're praying about, and what you look for. You got to have expectation. There's this saying about we can only live, without food for 7 days, and all that's only food out so many days without water.
I'm listening. I'm just.
But you gotta have. Go ahead and purchase. But you gotta have hope. Okay, you cannot have faith without hope. And many Christians are trying to operate in faith, and they have not hope. But the Bible says that faith is the substance of things hoped for. So you gotta have hope first. So that's about your tomorrow. And I would love for us to get to the end of our 40 days and have our journals filled, and we can come and share. Maybe we'll have a party for that.
At the cupcake place.
At the cupcake. Okay, for those of you who just tuned in, we're going to be having party at Cupcake.
We'll put a flyer out there.
After the 40 days?
Right.
Yeah, because we're going to
What are we giving up sweets? We don't want to.
Y'all give up something for Lent.
Oh, that's giving Freddie time to practice.
Right, but these two are going to have a Connect 4.
Because I'm ready.
They're going to have a Connect 4 tournament. So we're going to meet at Cupcake Cutie. We're gonna.
Your mama said she wants 5 journals.
My 5 journals.
I just purchased 10, Mom.
And listen, and we're going to have a spades tournament. We got to figure that out too. Because Lolita says she and Sharetta
we're going to make it a whole shindig.
I'm telling you, maybe this is just. Well, we got a few episodes that are going to be serious, but then the rest can be play. We can
stay focused.
Okay, Freddie, tell me stay focused. All right, you all, it's been real.
Connect 4 and gratefulness party. That's it. That's it, Fifi. That's it.
All right.
This
has been good.
Did we miss anything?
We're back now. We're back in the saddle. We're going to be more polished next Sunday. We'll start next Sunday with our pre-chat. And then we'll have our episode. All right. But y'all know we love doing this live thing, but we got some guests that are coming in.
How's your week coming up? You got a long week?
Well, I was gonna preach the next part of that passage that Bishop preached. When I'm telling you, he preached the walls down today.
He did.
Okay.
He did.
And then he took it in the sermon. I was like, I gotta start all over. I gotta find something. What y'all want me to preach about? Because I don't even know what else.
You're going to do the relationship.
I started to just jump
Go on and do the relationship.
I won't be there. I can't take the whooping.
No.
Oh, I got to stay with giving? We're not going to stop it. Okay, he is on the sideline saying we got to stay with giving. All right, we're gonna make
Thank
it happen.
you, Bishop. I didn't want that whooping. Thank you.
No, it's not gonna be a whipping. It's getting you ready. Preparation. Okay. All right. All right, you all. It's been great. I hope you all have a blessed week. Be grateful.
Bye.
And we'll see y'all next Sunday, 6:30 pre-chat.